everyone, and welcome to tonight's watch party for the legendary, classic, incredible film, The Princess Bride, our palate cleanser after last week. As always, I'm Andrew, and I'm joined by Dom. Welcome, Dom.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so for everyone to get to the sync point for tonight's film, it's the black screen with the blue writing on that says Act 3 Communications Presents. So the black, I'll put the picture in the Discord. I really ought to eventually get around to uploading the pictures to YouTube as well while we're doing them, but there we go. So that's where we need to be waiting while everyone gets queued up. So Act 3 Communications Presents. Let's have a quick look. So I can see who's joining us over on YouTube. We've got Ms. Swift, Alex Peacock, and James Hellier. Welcome to all of you, my friends. And over on Discord, we are joined by, goodness me, I've never seen so many memes in my life, and I'm overjoyed by it, and I expect everybody, wherever you are, to be quoting along and just having fun with this film, because this is for you guys, right? So I can see
you guys
we've
have
got...
seen this movie or something?
Well, we'll check it. No, we've actually got a Princess Bride Virgin, which is going to be brilliant.
I know.
So anyway,
I didn't know they existed.
We've got Hannibal Grimm and Alex Peacock. I can see Hannah Rose Artist will be joining us. She said that was earlier. Mr. Fursel. Alex Peacock again, Fraglord, Mad Matt. I keep going down my list of people. Edward the Black Prince, Sharon. Goodness me. Lizard Man, Calbot, Mr. Fursel. Good God. Eric is here. There's so much to scroll through in the Discord chaos sphere. This is amazing. Right. Brainwire. Miss Swift's also over on Discord. I can see Fraglord. God. That's okay. Everyone's having fun. Green Raptor's here as well. Cherokee Phil. We're not going to be streaming the movie online, my friend. You need your own copy of the film with our watch parties. So you have to get a copy of it and you play it along with us. We have a timer on screen, so if you can get a copy, you can sync with us. Dom has seen this film, James, haven't you, Dom?
Yeah, of course I have. It is inconceivable to suggest I've not seen this movie.
Inconceivable. Eric says they haven't seen it. Okay, so let's do the countdown and get into playing the film. Well, watching the film anyway. And we'll get there because it's got quite a long intro. So here we go. There we go. And I love this film. I adore this film.
This is one of those legendary movies where if you don't like it, there might be something deeply twisted about you. It's such an enjoyable movie. They should put it on a psychological test.
Even a soul as tortured as yours, Dom, finds enjoyment.
Exactly, yeah.
So, question for everyone: when did you first see this film? Because it wasn't very popular at the theatres.
God, yeah, I can't believe it wasn't popular at the theatres. I really can't.
Well, it is a bit of a strange concept.
Yeah. It is. I'll give you that. It's a very...
Yeah.
Describing it to people is always entertaining because it's got this, it's got that, it's got that.
Yeah, exactly. Peter
Is
Falk.
this a kissing book?
So, Ms. Swift says they saw it on cable. Hannibal Grimm saw it on cable one day. Mr. Fursel on TV. Calbot in the theatre. Alex Peacock's lived with it since it was on home video. Edward the Black Prince 2007. Mad Matt saw it in the theatre when it was first released. That's amazing, Mad Matt. And Sharon, my college theatre had obscure movies all the time. This was one of them. Hannibal Grimm saw it on cable one day. Dom, when did you first see this? How old were you?
Well, the funny thing about this movie, the first time I saw this movie was in either 1998 or 1999. I can't remember the exact year because time for me at that point was very fluid. My father had recently passed, so I didn't really pay much attention to much stuff. However, I remember I was staying at a friend's house. I was playing on my Sega Saturn that I brought round, and we were playing the
Hmm.
game Tomb Raider. And he showed me two movies. He showed me The Princess Bride and Starship Troopers.
That's a strange
Now,
combination.
it is a strange combination. What's even stranger is that this week, after you announced that we're going to be watching this film last week, I loaded up the Tomb Raider remaster game that had just come out. Not only that, but I also installed a game called Helldivers 2. Now, if anyone's a gamer and knows about Helldivers 2, it is basically Starship Troopers. I don't know how the universe has done this to me, but it's taken me right back to that
Well, that's good,
weekend.
though. That's a good
It
thing,
is.
Dom. It's brought you back. This film's a wonderful, kind, sweet film.
It's lovely. It really is a great film. Not only that, it's hilarious. It is so funny and infinitely quotable.
I'm also going to say, Kerry Hughes is a great Elwes, sorry, is a great actor,
Mm,
and he's had good success, but maybe not as much as he should have had in his career.
yeah, for sure.
He really is almost a proto Hugh Grant with the floppy hair here.
Yeah. Oh, imagine having floppy hair. What kind of a cool dude has floppy hair these days?
Oh dear, that's right. And Robin Wright, or Robin Wright Penn, as she became. But so I'm going to tell you where I saw this first, and it's from a friend, from a visiting a hero of ours we haven't heard of for a while. It was from the man with the videotapes in the trunk of his car.
Hey.
We haven't heard from him for a while. It was one of those that I hired from him, from the guy who used to drive around the streets renting out tapes for a week.
Truly a hero of your childhood.
Exactly.
Or your younger
He
days,
did.
at the
He
very
didn't
least.
care for age limits
No.
and certifications. And I don't even know why I rented this. I think it was purely based on the cover.
It looked like a I can't even remember what the cover was. We just had the tape, so I didn't see the cover. But wasn't it like a fantasy book cover?
No, the cover of this one was the one with the artwork of Fezzik holding the gate up and all in front
Ah,
of him.
yes.
Quotable, every line.
Almost every line is incredibly quotable. Yeah.
Yeah. Did they? I mean, what I would say is the script on this is so good, tight. Every line, it's like it's written like a straight comedy, isn't it? Almost.
It's written as though Mel Brooks wrote it.
Yeah. But I can see even it was that one, but just half of it, Alex. Just the right hand side of it on the cover of the one I saw. But the yeah, you can see in this already that Kelly is. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the reason he got Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah.
I can see almost traces of his Robin Hood in Wesley just in that first scene there, but kind of just turned down a bit.
Where was this filmed?
Was in the UK. It was filmed in the UK
Yeah, because these
because,
castles look very UK.
well, it's not just that. Andre the Giant. There's stories about Andre the Giant crashing his golf cart into trees, and stories of him at the hotel that they stayed in. Like he fell asleep in the lobby once overnight, and they couldn't move him, so they just had to put a big blanket over him. That's right, Alex. Western UK. Let me have a look where in the UK it was filmed. I think it was. Have a look.
Yeah, curse you, sexy Chris Sarandon. Always playing sexy bad guys.
That's right, Alex falling off his off Entree's quad, and also some of it was Ireland. Prince Humperdinck's castle is in Derbyshire, which is near the Midlands, just up a bit.
Yep.
Some of it was in Kent, and the rest of it was probably in Kent.
Look at this beautiful scenery. Like,
Oh yeah.
actually seeing blue sky in the UK is such a
Yeah. But I
rarity.
do have to say, there are bits of the UK that do look like this, but
Oh
most
yeah,
of it don't.
yeah. Just casually just exist like a medieval village. It's
Yeah.
insane. Then 2 minutes down the road, you got a bustling city.
Yeah.
It's nuts. The one thing I do miss about the UK is the forests. I miss walking through just a lot of trees with just leaves everywhere.
Hannibal Grimm, we've already watched Child's Play, my friend. That
Hmm.
was about 18 months ago. If you look at, you've found the archive on the YouTube channel.
I love that when
This is
these guys are
just,
introduced, you think that they're just a bumbling gaggle of like Three Stooges, and
yeah.
they have such distinct personalities that shine through. And what's even better is that it has that like trope of bad guys that become very lovable and you don't want to hate them, and you don't have to later on. Most of them, anyway.
I do consider myself lucky in that when I was young, I actually saw Andre the Giant in person.
Oh, cool.
When I was young, my father took me to see wrestling in the early 90s in the UK. And Andre, he was incredible to see. He wasn't wrestling, he was too ill then.
Mhm.
He was accompanying the British Bulldog down to the ring, but he was on crutches the whole time. But I tell you what, you wouldn't have been able to tell he was in pain on his crutches because there wasn't a fan there who he didn't shake the hand of and have a smile for. He was an incredible guy to see. He just exuded. I don't know. He had a great energy just to see him in person.
Mm.
That's Rex from Toy Story, Lizard Man. I wonder though how much influence on nearly every one of these actors' careers this movie had for a lot of them.
I mean, it's a film that's never been able to escape any of them. I'm
No,
sure wherever they go, they
yeah,
get quoted at.
oh yeah. Well, like Wallace Shawn, for example, you can certainly see the origins of, if you're a Star Trek fan, the origins of Grand Nagus Zek in
Mm.
Vizini.
He just plays the role so well. It's hard not to ask him to inject some of
Yeah.
Vicini into everything he does.
No Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks, James.
Flatten him, flatten him.
Phonic, yes. I think Antonio Banderas based his entire career off Mandy Patinkin here.
The costumes are phenomenal. I actually
Everything
haven't
is
considered.
just, yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like the scenery they're all shooting in is perfect. If you're gonna make a fantasy film, shoot in the UK. You may as well. James Hillier saying that Mandy gets his famous line quoted at him by strangers at least twice every day.
I'd be interested to. I think even though this film's got a relatively short running time of about, an hour and 40 minutes,
Hmm,
I would imagine it's got a very large script because the dialogue is very dense in this
it
film.
is, yeah. And it's quick, and
Yeah,
everyone reacts to it, and everyone's got things to
yeah.
say.
I think another fantasy film that I quite like that's got a similar tone in part to this that I really enjoyed is it came out a few years ago, Stardust. Very similar kind of tone, I think, to it. I think,
Neil Gaiman's Stardust is
yeah.
one of my favorite films. I truly love that film.
Oh, it's a great film, but I definitely think some of there's inspiration from this in that.
100%. Because this is. Let me put on my hang on, where are they? Because I've studied the literature that Stardust is based on.
Mm.
So I'll whip out my Professor Dom glasses, my Superman goggles, and start talking about it's a deconstruction of the fantasy genre, well, the fairy tale, as it were, similar to this film. This film is a deconstruction of, sorry, Alien Nation. Did someone just put Alien Nation in the chat?
Do you know what?
Are you
That's
putting
going
Alien
on the watch.
Nation on
It's
the
on the watch
watch?
party list because we've been on about Alien Nation for a long time.
Yeah, we have. It's a good film.
It's a buddy cop film with aliens.
Stardust isn't a
Yes.
buddy cop film, but it's a great
with
film.
aliens.
It's the film where Daredevil has to go and rescue a star from Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. From eating it.
Yes.
But the star is a girl.
Yes. Who Henry Cavill The Witcher tries to marry. No, wait. No. He's trying to marry Daredevil's girlfriend in town. Similarly, describing this movie by its story beats alone can make it sound like a mess.
Yeah.
It should be a mess. Yeah. Columbo talking to his grandkid about a book. Catwoman
Yes.
tries to get a star to stay young forever.
Oh, I love that pose as well from...
Oh yeah, holding the
Look at
the
him
sail.
holding that sail.
I wonder if he's using the same wind we're using. These little miniatures are
It's just
adorable as well.
brilliant.
Yeah. It's just a model. We have to do the Holy Grail at some point as well.
Yes, we will. Oh, I love this.
There's something very wholesome about this set.
Yes.
Like it just reminds me of like original Star Trek sets with slightly higher budget.
Kind of, yeah. Do you know what, though? I would kill for some kind of a theme park land based on Princess Bride.
Oh, you have no idea. There were rumors that Universal was going to do a Little Middle Earth, and I got so excited because I want a
Exactly, Mr.
fantasy
Furzel.
theme park.
Andre with his limited mobility even back then.
Mm-hmm. He's got a very good point.
Yeah.
Aww.
The Lizard Man says the Cliffs of Insanity are not nearly as nice a vacation destination as the Mountains of Madness. And I personally prefer the Canyon of Dementia.
I personally like the Fly of Despair. It's a very beautiful place. Very colourful.
Oh, you could just go on holiday to Delaware.
Oh God. No, I'll take
Visit
the
a
Cliffs of
screen
Insanity,
door.
thank you.
Visit a screen door factory.
God, even the way the music, God, my accent's tripping there. Even the way the music builds and builds, it does remind me of
Yeah.
the Holy Grail, Monty Python's Holy Grail.
You know, one thing I'm glad that the sequel to this never got made.
Yeah, because
Oh,
this
Alex
is one of
is-
those movies.
Alex is quoting Willow.
We must go.
Actually, can I grab that from here? I've got something to show for the Willow fans here. Something I picked up on my last visit to America, and I've not unboxed it yet. Because this is going to be a bit of memorabilia that isn't due to the Willow
Accessible.
series not doing very well, shall we say, and being erased from existence. I think that this piece of memorabilia, if I can get it out, I can spoil it here.
Oh, it's Willow's wand.
The wand.
I have to admit, it is one of the ugliest wands I've ever seen.
Yeah, but that's what's
So it makes it precious.
Alex, I really enjoyed the series. Yeah, everyone's saying it's the Willow wand. Yeah, it's the wand.
I
got it in
prefer a
there.
tidy wand than a
I've got
crooked
Harry Potter
one.
wands downstairs, but there's something. Oh, how does this go back in the box?
I'm more of a staff guy.
Yeah.
I think if I was a wizard, I'd have a staff. It's a fake stick.
It is
James,
based.
you're not incorrect. You're true.
Of course, it's a fake stick.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, fantasy. Exactly, Edward. Fantasy, the genre that can make a fortune out of selling you a stick.
I love how they bicker when they're
Yeah.
like this.
Oh, Immortal Rimus, I hope you're okay, my friend. Saying, hey guys, just want to say hi. I won't be able to join you tonight like last week because I don't have a second screen to watch Princess Bride as I'm recovering in hospital from a bad medication reaction. Well, I hope you're better soon, my friend. And of course, you can always catch up with us on the replay when you're at home with your screen. So hope you feel better soon and we'll speak to you soon on another watch party, my friend.
Throw me the rope.
Yeah, everyone's saying twigs, sticks, and whatever with wands. Yeah, but at the end of the day, lightsabers are just flashlights.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, the sword fights in this are really good.
They are. They're phenomenal. They don't have to be. There's so many fantasy shows that really, don't have good sword fight.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
Andrew and the fake stick coming straight to streaming in 2024.
So the sword. All right, let's see who the sword consultants were on this. So the sword master for this I can't find because it's brought up the wrong person's name. Sorry. The sword master was someone called Bob Anderson.
Sounds like a real sword master.
He was basically did the stunts and swords on Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Yeah, and Alex says, and Peter Diamond. He was also the swordmaster on Legend of Zorro, all the Lord of the Rings films, Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, Die Another Day, both the Zorro films, The Three Musketeers, First Night, Highlander the TV show, Highlander the movie.
The original, the only.
Yes. But I'm saying it's fairly well established swordmaster.
Seems like it, yeah.
James, is there a fake stick master on the crew? Not that I'm aware of. I'm not sure. He might have been Errol Flynn's stunt double. I think you're right. I think I heard that. He was the double for Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi.
Lizard Man, the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves movie had some good fights. I did really enjoy that movie. I know it didn't get a lot of attention, but I thought it was a really fun film. In the same vein as this, not quite as iconic, obviously it can't be. It doesn't have the depth that this movie has or the quotability, but it's got a load of great scenes. And if you are missing like fun fantasy stories, I'd recommend finding a way to watch that film because it's fun.
Here we go. It's saying here he did all the lightsaber fighting for David Prowse in Empire and Return of the Jedi, arguably the most legendary sword fighter, trainer, choreographer, having trained everyone from Errol Flynn to the cast of Lord of the Rings trilogy. So a bit of he was the most sought after guy for this job, which, to be fair,
oh, for sure. What a way to start the fight scene in this film.
Yeah.
just quick teasing with one another. Two left-handed fighters as well.
But this is actually proper fencing they're doing.
It is, yes. They even have good fencing etiquette with the counterbalance of their arms. What I'm
Yeah.
disappointed in, they're not using cloaks for fighting. I've recently discovered that cloaks were great duelist technique to like flick your opponent in the eye with a cloak or something.
This is such a great scene.
It
But
is.
this properly harks back to the age of Errol Flynn. You don't see many sword fights with heavy dialogue like this ever.
No. Not only is the dialogue heavy, but the way that both of them are fighting complements each of their characters, and it
Yes.
says a lot about them.
Mm.
I'm not left-handed either.
But also
It's
praise, well,
truly...
to the trainer and to the actors, because they clearly had to learn to basically sword fight with both hands.
They did, which is no small feat.
No.
I miss showmanship like this. Can we bring
Oh, yeah.
this back to movies? Okay, Alex, I'll take your word on it. I'll seek out the Highlander series and watch some of the fights.
Adrian Paul isn't... Yeah, but it was also the same guy who did the choreography for the bulk of it.
For this, yeah. The music as well, the way that it just holds off
Yes.
and hits the beat perfectly.
Oh, this is just so brilliantly textbook, isn't it? This fencing. Oh, and the passing the sword between his hands and effortlessly there.
Bravo.
Oh, yeah, exactly. As a man, you fight like a dairy farmer.
Oh, that's convenient because you fight like a cow.
Oh, Secret of Monkey Island.
Beautiful game. Beautiful games. Beautiful scene. Look at this.
Oh, definitely.
What is my way? What is everyone's favorite part of this film?
I think all of it. I just love the whole thing.
I know, it's so
Yeah.
difficult to pick out a part that I would elevate above the rest.
Yeah, Miss Swift is saying Adrian Paul was a better technical sword fighter, apparently, but Christopher Lambert was better at making good film shots. Yeah.
The Edward the Black Prince answer is yes. To which scene's the favorite?
Oh, Hannibal Grimm says their favorite scene was the duel we just watched.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a hell of a way to open a film. It's not an opening though, is it? It's a solid 20 minutes into the film.
James is saying, if we knew someone turned into a panther, Dom would know the best bit.
For sure.
What, Manimal might join us? Is it, James?
Black Panthers elevate any movie. Aww. even this scene, which is just
Yeah.
a tidy little brawl, has so much dialogue.
I know when they filmed this, apparently they had to support Kerry's weight on Andre's back, apparently, because Andre wasn't in the best of health and
Yeah.
they didn't want to hurt him.
Miracle Max or To the Pain speech. Ah, yes. To the pain means... No, I'll wait to quote it when we get there. I actually really like the albino scene as well, when he walks in, hello, and then just coughs and speaks really normally.
But it's just everybody, isn't it, in the
Brings their
film?
A game.
British.
Yeah.
Well, not just that, the cast.
It's phenomenal. The Pit of Despair. I kind of want a pair of these boots. They look cozy. And I love this. I love that we're told that he's a master tracker, but we see
Yes.
it here in action.
That good words to live by.
Expect everything to be a trap, then you'll never be surprised.
Exactly.
Oh, I also love how he handles this. It's just... What I have rightfully stolen.
Hannibal Grimm says, one of my favourite cosplays was someone dressed as Fezzik with a makeshift Wesley hanging off their back.
Oh, that's great.
Socrates.
Good old Socrates. What is it? Never enter a drinking contest with a Sicilian or something? I can't remember. Oh, that looks really appetizing, that wine.
I don't like wine. Unfortunately, I've never liked wine. The only one I want... But there is a wine I do want to try, which I've never tried before, is ice wine.
Oh, I thought you were going to say limoncello or something.
No.
DeVito's.
No, have you heard of ice wine before?
No.
German and Canadian... It's usually German and Canadian made. Basically, the grapes freeze and it squeeses just the water out of them.
Oh.
And leaves... It's made from like a syrup. It's like a dessert one, a very sweet one. Probably not the best for you, Dom.
No, yeah, it'd probably like make my leg fall off. The amount of times I have given someone a drink and done that exact movement. And who is dead?
Who's dead? I do wonder how much... Again, this is for the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves type thing. You can see from here with the moustache and the look and the influence. Very much channeling kind of an Errol Flynn type character here.
100%. Not remotely. Oh.
But what I also love is the fact this is actually before Australia was colonised by the British.
Yeah.
I like the fact it plays loose and hard with history.
Oh, completely. But we don't question it, do we?
No. I think one of the things that makes this film so great is it's almost meta ahead of its time, where films
Yeah,
became
100%.
very. Another film that very much, I would say, gets influenced by this, A Knight's Tale.
Oh, yes, definitely. Because that has, again, it's playing fast and loose with history. It's
Yeah.
highly comedic. Love it. I love it to the core. He's a
Yeah.
sneaky little bitch to the core.
Yeah. James, no, not Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Unlike some other Robin Hoods he could mention, he can speak with a British accent.
How did he keep getting movies like Waterworld, that Robin Hood? Like,
Do you know what? I'm going to say Do you know what? Damn it, we're doing that. We're having that.
Kevin Costner's Robin Hood?
No.
Okay. Whew.
We're watching Waterworld this summer, my friends.
Oh no! Damn it!
You know what? I will die on the hill that it's a good film. And people unjustly hate it.
Oh. I just took my wife to go see the the stage play at Universal Studios.
And I bet you had a great time.
I did, because that's the best thing that Waterworld's ever done. I'm sorry, everyone. It is my fault. I'm sorry.
And when did you last rewatch it, Dom?
Oh, it's been a solid 20 years.
There you go. Exactly. It's
Damn it.
aged pretty well.
It's aged like fine ice wine.
That's right. A fine ice wine.
Ooh, I couldn't imagine mounting a horse like that would be comfortable.
Alex, it'll be whatever the theatrical cut of it is. It'll be whatever the most. I haven't looked at it yet. I'll confirm near the time. But Alex, the rule is always it's the most common version on streaming services.
I
don't know. James is saying nothing can. Yeah, but James, I did line up Mac and Me. Don't forget.
Exactly. See, for every crime that Andrew's committed, I've purged the sins and put in something cool. A falcon.
A falcon.
Do the British pronounce it that way? I've always pronounced it as a falcon.
Falcon. Yeah, but she's not British, is she?
I don't think so. But she's imitating a British accent.
Yeah, but it might be her. A falcon.
A falcon. The Millennium Falcon.
I don't know if Robin Wright. To
Her
be
dad
fair,
is British, apparently.
Yeah, but she grew up in San Diego and California to a Texan father. So I'll go with her British accent is still better than.
Be very put out.
I should be very miffed. I like the fact as well that some of the script almost goes into that kind of Shakespearean. Why loose your venom on me?
Why loose your venom on me?
Yeah, it kind of slips into that, but then more modern.
Yeah. It really just blends the two. It's like a load of friends getting together and doing a fun, like, Renaissance fair. Sorry,
Exactly.
Renaissance fair. Don't mock my British.
We don't have them in the UK anyway, as such.
We don't,
really.
no. apparently a park near me has Renaissance fairs like all the time, and I've just never noticed.
You can buy bad approximation of Scotch eggs and things there.
Oh, that'd be great. An approximation. There is a Cornish pasty company like near us.
Don't. I'm going to tell you a tale of woe about Cornish pasties in a minute. Tale of woe and
I miss a great Cornish pasty, I do.
no, don't.
And a Greg's sausage roll.
No,
And a Scotch egg.
I've got to plug this in 2 seconds.
So Dom lives near a medieval world. I wish. That'd be grand.
Right.
This is also one of the most wholesome like backstories
Oh, definitely.
the Dread Pirates Roberts has. Like, how dare the Dread Pirate Roberts be so cuddly and lovely? Did you wait a whole week out of respect for the dead? As you wish.
As you wish.
So she takes a tumble down the cliff as well. Oof. Oof. Oh. Ugh. That must not have been fun for the
No.
stuntmen who did that. The 3 dangers of the fire swamp.
When I was in America many years ago, I went to a place they took me that did authentic Cornish pasties.
Ooh. I doubt that for some reason. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? How big was that thing?
It was just terrible. It was just terrible.
Proper.
It looks like someone
pasty.
described a Cornish pasty to someone over the phone who'd never eaten one.
Yeah.
That's an authentic Cornish pasty.
Proper Cornish pasty, yeah. Handheld.
That's,
You don't need a knife and fork to.
That's an authentic Cornish pasty.
He's halfway through the book already.
No, Mr. First, it's not a calzone, no. It's pastry stuffed with meat and potato and Swede or rutabaga, as you call it.
Kind of a hot pocket.
Kind of.
But different pastry. It's like a puff pastry.
No, short crust.
Yeah.
But
I love this swamp. It's like Dagobah
definitely.
is just like one scene over.
the filling's quite different, Edward, to an empanada. They're also bigger. They're about that big. Cornish pasties are.
It's not bad.
It is, Mad Matt. It's where Flesh Gordon fought the giant spider. And if you look round the corner, you can see the meeting with the witch in Krull. No, you're not in Krull. In Hawk the Slayer.
Oh yeah, in the cave where they're all
In the
dancing
cave,
with
yeah.
disco sticks.
That's right.
Singed a bit.
He's somehow managing to have a douchebag haircut without appearing as a douchebag.
It's true, yeah. Yeah, even like has a man bun nearly.
Mm.
I love how casually he
It's
just picks
brilliant.
it up.
I think that's one of the things that makes it. They're doing these fantastical things, but just casually chatting while doing them. Like we had the sword
Yeah,
fight earlier. We had they're walking through a swamp that's exploding around them.
just treating it mundanely. And yeah, Edward's right. That rapier has a sharp edge, which is
Yeah.
odd for a stabbing weapon. Thrusting. Everyone thinks you need to be like a really strong person to like be a swordsman. It requires such little pressure to actually
Mm.
stab a person.
Yeah, James, there's a mini Sarlacc pit there. Flash
Yep.
Gordon. At the moment, Flash Gordon's drowning in quicksand nearby.
Mm-hmm. I do not have experience in stabbing anyone, Mr. Furzel, apart from myself with my insulin needles.
Mm.
You hear that, Mr. FBI? I do not injure anyone.
Hmm?
Leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly, Alex. And Artex has already drowned around the corner.
Artax! Because, again, the real horror of that is that only if you're sad you sink in the swamp, so Artax was depressed.
Oh, the horse! The horse had given up.
Yeah!
I dare say, actually, that sword he was using was actually sharp, which is unusual for a
Yeah.
prop.
Yeah. I love the was it rodents of unusual size,
That's right.
unusually large size. No, it's just RO. But yeah, it just walks by, sniffs, and wanders off. ROUS.
Miss Furzel, sorry, Mr. Furzel, there's nothing. Miss Swift saying it was almost 15 years before I got the ROUS joke.
The
Oh,
three
I'd hate that,
dangers.
coughing up sand. I hate being covered in sand. I hate that.
It's dry. It's coarse, and it
Yes,
gets everywhere.
exactly. Sharon, does that go nearly like the Superman, the movie Death of Lois Lane? Drowning in sand?
Ah,
With dirt? Drowning in dirt?
there they are. I knew I could count on you guys to get the Star Wars gifts.
We're
It could
nearly
be
halfway
worse. It
through
could
the
be
film already.
bloody hell. This film does go at such a breakneck pace, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's because every scene is enjoyable.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, the Predator's going to be hanging around in the trees as well, isn't he? Just wait. Perfect comedic timing. I don't think they exist.
Ow. She's rather useless in a fight, isn't she? Considering she could have
Princess.
got his sword. Ugh.
Scarven confirmed. Brother, get the flamer.
Yeah, don't pass him his sword at all, Buttercup.
Just club it.
Or poke it with Poke it with the softest stick known to man.
Yeah, the softest fake stick you could find.
Yeah.
Oof.
Ow.
That's a nasty wound you've taken there.
Yeah.
Toasty. It's just like Dark Souls. You're right, Fraglord. A single rat is just the worst enemies in the damn game, apart from the dogs. Little basilisks. Playing through Elden Ring again, and good God, I forgot there were basilisks. What is that, Andrew?
Barbecue rat.
Why?
Exactly, Miss Swift. Roast rodent kebab.
Oh, good.
Need to tell him not to pick his scab. Don't pick your scab, Wesley.
I know, it's so tempting though when it's itchy.
Yes.
I'm getting through that at the moment. My new tattoo is itchy as hell. I want to scratch it.
People saying this isn't Fallout. Why answer the question about the roast rats?
But the Fallout is
Hang
out
on
of
a
extra
second.
tattoo.
Why, when she could save him? You could have saved him earlier when he was fighting with the rat at the start of that, when you picked his sword up and handed it to him, or stabbed the rat off him with his sword.
Well, maybe she couldn't have saved him. Maybe she didn't know how to combat a rat.
Or maybe
They
she
don't
didn't know how to
teach.
pick up a. She didn't know how to pick up a sword. And the
Ooh,
quote. Remember the quote from Zorro, from Mask of Zorro. The pointy
been a
end
while.
goes in the other person.
True. Yes. No, it's not a tattoo of extra, James. Someone in the chat should be able to guess my tattoos. Come on, find them, people. You guys know.
Actually, that's a film I'd like to do a watch party on sometime.
I'm down. Yeah, Mr. Furzel, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing the Mac and Dot. I'm hearing the ASMR as well. The little pat 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 pat.
Hmm. Mel Smith, legendary British comedian and
Legend.
director.
Absolute legend. Miss Swift, you are correct. One of them is the Mark of Sacrifice from Bazoink. His lip mark thing.
Yeah, his cold sore.
I need like some bazooka for that verruca just to get rid of that. It's so horrifying. The machine. Very similar to that scene from Austin Powers, yes.
Yes. Fur swamp.
The fat swamp. I'm actually surprised the Berserk tattoo was more recognized than the other tattoo. Like this one up top, I thought would get recognized far more. I channeled yeah.
I'll get you, Gadget.
All right, count the amount of references in the background. We had a Star Wars mug.
There's a Captain
glass,
America. There's
Captain
He-Man
America.
figures. There's a bag of Cheetos. Isn't this in the dark time before? This will be in the dark time before flaming hot Cheetos are a thing,
Oh yeah,
which we don't have in the UK.
the fridge.
Yes, you're very smart. Shut up.
And if you look to the right, you'll see them practicing on brooms for Harry Potter. Actually, let's see where we've seen this castle before. Let's have a look, because it would have been.
I long to have the energy of this one hag who boos the entire time.
She's channeling you, Dom, isn't she?
Boo! The Queen of Refuse. Slime Mac. Boo!
Boo. Oh.
Hey Dom, what's your favorite line from Princess Bride? Oh, it's the one where it goes boo, boo. Queen of Putrescence.
She is the food trolley lady from Harry Potter.
Are you kidding me?
No. Anything from the trolley, dears?
Boo! Harry Potter, boo! I love that little tidbit. That's great. Oh yeah, putrescence is such a great word. Very evocative. Honeydukes, boo! It was you who did the leaving in the fire swamp. Just saying. Like you said, it's very modern casual dialogue.
It is.
Why aren't we naming things like the fire swamp? Why don't we call things cute and names anymore? I've got
That's pretty
several
true,
mountains
James.
near me.
That castle has basically been every BBC Jane Austen adaptation ever. Actually, Edward's saying, Honeydukes, boo! Do you know something? One of the greatest scams I've ever seen in Universal Studios, which you probably saw in Universal Studios California when you went down. Did you see the bottles of Gilly water?
Yes, I did, yes.
Do you fancy paying $8 for a bottle of water?
No. I mocked the Gilly water every time we walked past it. We do name them the fire swamp. It's just in language. Oh, that's true.
However, I don't have a problem with the Coke products in the Disney parks in Galaxy's Edge. Even though they're $6 a bottle, the packaging is awesome.
Yeah, that'd get me too.
Yeah, with thermal detonator caps on them and stuff.
Well, now in Universal, you can get little mushrooms from Mario and drink from them,
Mm.
and you can refill them as you go through the park, which is pleasant.
They were banned from planes, yes, James. Edward,
I
sorry.
can understand why.
Yeah, they're explosive. They're thermal detonators.
Mm. Yes, Sharon. $8 for the gilly water.
Yes.
I love that it's just got this huge scale.
Exactly.
I have done, Mr. Furzel, I've done that. I've had the cupping done to my back.
Ooh.
I was left looking beaten and bruised for days. They got concerned and they stopped the procedure.
This scene was actually recreated when he had to audition for Tom Cruise for Days of Thunder about 2 years later. This is part of the Scientology induction from Tom Cruise.
Tell me more about your machine. That would be great if Tom Cruise genuinely believes that every film that he's been in is real. This sequence is the homeless man's Saw. We have Saw at home. I love how wholesome this
Yeah.
guard captain is.
Thieves' Forest is basically Sherwood Forest.
It is 100% the Thieves' Forest. Mm-mm. The Brute Squad. $100%, Mr. Furzel. Yeah, the way that Saranen delivered that last line, and it's topped off by the Chief Enforcer's confused reaction. It's great. Keep your hoe there. The way he identifies him, just puts his own hand.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh. The smell of a drunk. I miss it not.
Tell you something. There's a few biographies on Andre the Giant's life, I would recommend anyone watching. The stories of his life, as tragic as they were, are incredible. One of my favorite stories, I believe, was in Canada. After basically when they were wrestling in town, Andre was in the bar, and apparently he was a very generous guy in the bar, very nice, and just, but he's having some drinks with friends, and some guys came over and kept aggravating him, like some frat boys.
Like they wanted
They
to
came
fight.
over and kept upsetting him, just trying to upset him, and he was basically saying, "Go away, go away." Eventually, he snapped, and because they wanted to really upset him, he snapped, and they all ran out. He chased them out, and they got into their car, which was parked outside the bar, and locked the doors and were laughing at him from inside the car. So he rolled the car onto its roof. As
And he
Mr.
flipped the
Furzel
car
knows
over,
the story. So they had to explain to the police that a giant had rolled their car onto the roof. Yep.
When you said people in a bar just being obnoxious, I just thought of Hot Fuzz and the kid like, "When's your birthday? February 12th. What year?
Yeah.
Every year."
year.
Loved that he had a little sharpening stone for his knife.
Exactly, Edward. That stone is not wet.
No, not even close. It would dull
No.
dull the blade more than anything. Again, not that I know anything about blades or weapons of any kind.
She doesn't seem to do much through a good chunk of the film, except just appear in different dresses every time she comes in a
Yeah,
room.
she mystically appears and then retreats. It is really hard to make a weapon that adorable seem
Yes.
intimidating. Closing it in its little sheath aggressively is
It's
one way of
scabbard.
doing it, I suppose. I think I've got a more intimidating sword around here somewhere. But again, I don't know a single thing about weapons and don't.
Why have you got weapons in
Yeah.
your room there, Dom?
It's a letter opener. It's a cute little
Okay.
letter opener.
Okay. I just have
Yes.
a pair of scissors on my desk. Nothing.
Yeah, it's also like it's a thing I fidget with from time to time.
Yeah, I had to take my craft knife away from my desk because I have a craft knife that actually it unfolds like a butterfly knife. It's really cool, but
Oh yeah, but did you hurt yourself?
no, I didn't. Thank God.
Oh, that's good. Ah yes, Sting. It's a decent Oh, not to 50.
Oh,
That's a great scream. That's a
it
great
is.
cinematic scream. Look at how nice those trees look. Ugh.
The Men in Black. That's the same sound that you make when you go to McDonald's on a hot day and the McFlurry machine's broken.
Oh.
It's the sound that James made when we made him watch Extra.
thumped him like Donkey Kong. Donk. This shot is friggin' gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
The lighting just the god rays cascading through the trees.
Help us.
Help. Gotta have more phlegm on that. Channeling a bit of Dale Cooper here, I guess. Just
Yeah.
letting fate take his weapon.
I'm all for a bit of mystical silliness, you know?
Oh, for sure. If you're having a fantasy movie, throw in some mystical nonsense.
Oh.
His shoulder's healing up quite nicely, though.
Yeah, they've been dabbing it with a wet rag, haven't they?
Yeah, that heals all wounds, as we know. I see a lot of people discussing different fantasy weapons. What are your favorite fantasy weapons, then, everybody?
I think the most impractical one is the glaive out of Krull.
Yeah, I was going to say the glaive.
It's cool, but it's totally impractical.
Oh, completely. Lightsaber, classic.
Yeah, lightsaber, always.
The tri-sword, got to raise it with the left hand as well. That's the one thing I'll be really pissed off, because I know that Nintendo and Universal are doing a Legend of Zelda movie. If Link isn't left-handed, we lefties will riot. We get no representation, damn it. No one cares.
Alex is saying the Conan sword's nice. I like the Highlander's sword, Ramirez's sword.
Also, yeah. Yeah, very good weapons. And
the Sword of Omens.
Rings. Sword of Omens.
Oh, there you go, Frag Lord. There you go.
No one said He-Man's sword. I'm impressed.
Or the Sword of Power.
I may be left-handed, but I'm always right. Indy's revolver and a bullwhip. That's fair. There's only one sword, and it's called Excalibur.
Miracle Max.
Miracle Max. This character is straight out of a Mel Brooks film. Like,
oh, totally. And his wife.
Yeah.
Carol Kane as his wife.
I've seen Weiss.
I think it is Mr. Furzel.
To blithe, which means to gamble or whatever it is. You got money. It's one of those scenes where you're like, I recognize you from somewhere. How do I recognize you? Because the makeup is both good and terrible at the same time. And then when you know who it is, you're like, of course. And then you can't unsee who it is.
problem with this film is the scenes are just so good. Everything is just brilliant.
It just takes
So
you in,
watchable.
and you stop commenting on it when you're running a commentary show.
That's the problem. It's such a good
Just
film.
watch it. In the wild. That does sound like a great sandwich.
I've actually had one of the stores here actually sells Macon.
Oh, nice.
You can buy, for those who don't know, Macon is mutton bacon.
Get back, witch. Have you ever met a couple that are like this? That just bicker all
I
the
love
time? Shut up.
Oh, James, that's not fair. Carol Kane reliably awful in everything. She's great because she's just over the top.
It'll take a miracle.
Have fun storming the castle.
Have fun storming the castle. Is it weird to the Americans in our audience that in England you genuinely can just go and visit castles?
Oh yeah, I could go. I mean, a real castle. How far is? Oh, yeah, hang on. Yeah, we've got kind of map. Where's my nearest castle to here? Because I know.
Hey Siri, where's my nearest castle? Like asking where's the nearest McDonald's.
There are. That one is. My house. Go by car. That one is 3 miles from my house. And so look.
Wait, Miss Swift, you say have fun storming the castle to your flatmates when they go to work.
That's awesome. What other castles have I got near me? And then I got. So I've got this one, if I can get the picture.
Some of the castles have tours. Some of the castles you can just explore. A lot of the castles are like ruins.
Yeah, this one near me is.
Some of them have been transformed into theme parks.
Yep.
Alton Towers.
No, Alton Towers wasn't a castle. It's a manor.
It was an estate, yeah.
Yeah,
big manor.
country estate.
Warwick Castle, I suppose, is a theme-ish park.
That one's just
Got
around the
theme
corner
park
from my
elements.
house.
It's
Not much
beautiful.
of that one left, but.
Ah, yes, Disney Castle.
That's right.
Castle crashes, Fraglord. I'd love to see it.
Holocaust cloak. It's like a cloak of invisibility.
Mm.
Mr. First wants to change his answer from lightsaber to Holocaust cloak. That's a lot of people outside the castle.
Mm. Again, they just treat it like it's casual.
And Peter Cook, another British legend.
Absolute legend.
Exactly, Phonic. It's like a medieval Weekend at Bernie's. And I bet everyone can quote this line. Marriage!
It's
the subtitles, even in the subtitles.
Is what brings
Marriage.
us together.
Kawa. Today.
How is everyone not just barreling over with laughter in that scene? Light him. Wav.
Then wav. True.
Wav.
Wav.
This is true, like the beginnings of the Uwu language, wasn't it?
Oh, it's brilliant.
Treasure your wav. The wink.
Wav a marriage. Yeah.
His arms off. Oh, this key.
Oh, this gate key. Bow wow quap.
And live.
Also, can we appreciate how great that physical comedy is from Karyu's there?
Yeah, just dragging his body like a wet noodle.
Yeah. Because that's got to be painful.
Oh, yeah. Joints would hurt.
Yeah. I love how he talks. It's so sinister and evil.
It is. He sounds like a Disney villain.
Mm.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Oh.
Exactly, Miss Swift. Your knees are hurting just from looking at him kneeling on the floor there, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Miss Swift, that's why I've seen enough police videos. That's why I'd never commit a major crime. Because when they arrest you, they make you get on your knees. And my knees just wouldn't be up to it.
The only thing stopping you from committing major crimes is the slight discomfort of being on your knees.
Exactly. My knees just aren't up for it.
Oh, and who says the system doesn't work?
Oh, he just seems such a lovely. He's such a lovely man, the king, doesn't he? Wouldn't that be nice?
Such a grandpa. We all have our limits. Oof, almost tripped there. The boot knife. Always got to look out for the boot knife. Chekhov's dagger. It's the way he locks his eyes and doesn't
definitely.
blink as well.
So you've played Knifey Spoony before.
Exactly, Mad Matt. The statute of limitations with my knees. Is that a bone handle?
It's either bone or marble
Maybe
or
ivory.
plastic. Gently. Oh.
Oh!
I felt
I get a
that.
feeling that actually hurt.
Save those tartars, yes. Oof.
My name is Anikum. It's just... Even this scene's great.
It is.
Basically, it doesn't matter how much he hurts him, he will be winning this fight. He's...
Man is too angry to die.
Yes. Yes.
Stop saying that. What a line.
Mm. Problem is, he's now lost his purpose in life.
Pretty much. That's the good thing about life, though. You can always find another purpose.
Yes.
We sort of skipped that part.
I love Prince Humperdinck's kind of over-the-top British accent.
Oh, yes.
This is kind of pure Errol Flynn,
Oh, yeah.
this scene. That's what's great. Is this diabetes, Dom?
Pretty much, yeah. This is exactly what happens. To the pain.
Yes. You lose your feet?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, definitely diabetes, Dom. You lose your eyesight then.
Yep. Yep, but you keep your ears. I'm so used to that. Dear God, what is that
Is
thing?
that thing?
It's possible. Pig. You miserable vomitous mass.
His shoulder's fully healed, though.
It's got
Couple of
dabbed enough with
scratches.
a wet blanket.
A wet rag. That does the job. Wet, dirty rag.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Mr. says Wesley coming through like a total Chad.
Bluffing his way, faking it till he makes it.
Yeah.
Love how happy he gets as well. I knew it! I knew it!
Aww.
So here's where the actually, I haven't read the book of The Princess Bride because this is based on a book.
Yeah.
And I
believe there's a
think
sequel
it's-
called Buttercup's Baby to it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's similar to the Never-Ending Story, where the book is like half of the book is the film. Oh, proper horse etiquette, by the way. Do not leap onto horses like this.
No, but she leapt into a giant's arms.
That's fine. That's acceptable.
But you need a friendly giant.
Yes. A BFG.
The new Dread Pirate Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
Aww. And you can clearly see that's not actually Andre on the horse, because
Yeah.
poor horses, it would be.
Different kind of BFG.
Yeah.
How does he not go?
I think one of the things. Hang on. I definitely think the whole thing with the child and the grandfather is the point of the parent trying to explain to the child, you will enjoy this film, because a lot of kids were going into it going, oh, is this a kissing film? Oh, is this a film?
Yeah.
Especially if you want to take boys to see a film called The Princess Bride.
Yeah. Little boys would not have liked it. I think the reason I liked it is mainly because I wasn't told the title of the film. Being a little 8-year-old kid, yeah.
So long. As you wish.
Oh,
Just warms your heart a little bit, doesn't it?
it does. There we go, everyone. That was The Princess Bride. What a wonderful, wonderful film that is. I feel healed from last week and the trauma we all were
Collectively
subjected
shared.
to. We collectively shared. Don't get me wrong, last week was a great film, but this was just a tremendous, tremendous film. I've had a great time watching it with you all. But let's take the comments from the YouTube and Discord before we go. Dom, I'll take yours first.
Lovely, lovely film. A great crescendo to my week of 1999. It's been great. I could watch this film on repeat so many times. It's so quotable. It's so fun, and it moves by so fast. It's
Yeah.
just a great, solid, good movie.
Exactly.
Need more like it.
The comments from YouTube first, Ms. Swift. Another formative film for me in an uplifting way, unlike last week's. Yes, exactly. Let's have a look at some of the other comments. I can see we've got Alex Peacock saying, love this movie for forever. Eric, great and fun movie. Phonic, fantastic movie. A lot of fun. Mr. Furzel, one of the best all-time movies. I've watched it probably more than any other movie, which is saying something. Brainwise, such a wonderful movie. Sharon, happy, fun movie with a great group. Mad Matt, definitely a favourite of mine. He's put a photo of him with some of the cast. Calbot, beautiful movie. Chaos Fair, such a classic story and quite the comedy. Lizard Man, just the sort of movie I needed today. Glad to be here for it. Edward the Black Prince, a very charming and lively story. Alex Peacock, soundtrack is top 5 for me too. All right. James Helly saying it could have been improved with less, aka no Billy Crystal and Carol Kane. Okay.
Boo, James Elliott, boo!
But what did Mandy make next? Alien Nation, which we will be watching later this year. Ms. Swift, Miracle Max is one of my favourite parts, but is a little out of place. Yeah, possibly.
I love the Miracle Max scene. I'm there with you, Ms. Swift.
Okay. Sharon says, has definitely kept its magic after all these years. Well, I've absolutely had a great time with you all watching it. Fraglord saying, well, that was something different. Not really sure what I think of this. Fun, but not something that really resonates with me. Understandable, my friend. Maybe, if it's not something you've seen, it's the first time seeing it. I think it's a film that you definitely have to grow nostalgia for, when you see it. But it's very quotable to the end. Right, so we will be back in 7 days, and we're going to be a little bit darker again. We're going to be watching Flatliners. The original, obviously, not the, I don't know, kind of the remakey sequel thing they did. But we will be watching Flatliners. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And we will see you all in 7 days. So please remember, be kind to each other, look after each other, put positivity into the world, take positivity out of the world. And we will see you in 7 days. So until then, good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night.